This is Irontrader, and this is midday trading. So I'm going to take a look here at crude oil, natural gas. But first of all, I'm going to take a look here at NVDA and IONQ. IONQ. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy selling stock market ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here, first of all, we have NVIDIA. Now, this is one of my favorite trades here. Now, the earnings are coming out tomorrow after the close. Now, yesterday, you can see here what we did is we put in a low of 137.15. I said, just buy this anytime there's a pullback. Some kind of a BS came out yesterday, and they were talking about where the the Blackwell chip is overheating. When it's air cooled, the Blackwell chip is water cooled. So I don't understand that. And then they put this article out right where the quiet period is, so NVIDIA can't respond to it. So I just think that was, to me, is just a buying opportunity. So as a trader, that's the kind of stuff that you want to see. Okay. So now, yesterday we had that low. Today we had this higher high. We're above this key 21 SMA here. Okay. So let's look at the downside first. So at a closing basis, we want to hold this 142.12. That's going to be very, very key. Then what we can do is we can look to today's low. We have 140.99 here, and then we can look to the bottom of this candle here at 140.08, and then we can look to yesterday's low. That's at 137.15. Now, again, if that's lost here, we'll come right down to the bottom here, 135.57. We'll come here at 134.57, and then we have the bottom there at 132.11. This here is the retest, which lines up very, very nicely here, 132.35 with that 50-day. Now, they're projecting a 8 to 10% move on the stock in either direction. Depends on what those earnings are going to be. So we've got to see how that all shakes out here, okay? So now what we're looking for here on the upside is you want to watch that 8-day. That's going to be very, very key, that 144.98, okay? So again, if we can get above that 144.98 there, then we can just go probably rally right on up here to that 149 level, and then 149.77 is obviously as your breakout. Now, yesterday here, when it came down here on this weekly chart, you can see how nicely it held that 8 SMA here. Very nice, and now we're above it, okay? So right now you can see that 8 SMA is providing very, very good support level. The key is going to be getting above this 8 SMA here on the daily chart at that 144.97, and then we can break out and go towards that 149.77 level here, okay? But anytime when you get this news like this, always do your homework and ask yourself, why is the news coming out now? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? You know what I'm saying? So I just seen right through, and it was a great buying opportunity. And yes, I'm a long-term holder of this, and I also trade this all the time here too, okay? So next stock we're going to look at here is IONQ. Now, this has been a really, really good mover. There's a daily and there's your weekly chart. You can see here you're coming all the way down from the 6 level all the way to the 29.48 level. Now, it came all the way down here today, and we're right back above here, this 8 SMA. So let's look at the downside here first, okay? Then there's a couple things I want to point out to you. Okay, so that downside is 25.65. That's what you're going to be watching. And then what we're going to do is watch today's low at 24.87. If that's lost here, then we can come down to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 23.67, and then we'll come there to the bottom of there. You're looking at 22.27, and then we just keep following the candles all the way on down here until we get there, 21.23, until we hit this nice 21 SMA here. And then what you always do, look to the left of the chart, and then we'll look at the top of that candle right there at 18.20. Okay, upside, obviously, we've got to look at today's high. You're looking at 27.56. Then we'll go to yesterday's high, 28.47, and then 29.48 there is your breakout. So basically, you're trading between that 29.48 and this 8 SMA here today at 25.65. But what I want to show you on this here is the negative divergence. Okay, see where we have a high here. Okay, we have a high there. We have an even higher high, but what we have here, we have a lower high. See this? Negative divergence going on here. So pay attention to that here. Okay, now again, it doesn't always play out, but it's always something to watch. The RSI here, the Relative Strength Index, is very, very good at predicting a lot of these things in advance here, because I say with that negative divergence here, this could come right on down here real quick here if you lose that 8 simple moving average. So always just keep that in mind. Now, your green is above your red here, but you're at nosebleed section here, so just be a little bit careful. This stock had a huge huge run. But again, I think on any pullback here, this would be a buying opportunity. If that 8-day is lost here, then you want to come and watch that 21-day and then watch the top of this candle here, 1820. That could be some buying opportunity here. Now you can see on the weekly here, she just charged right off here from that sort 6.22 level, and she rallied right up here. But usually when you get a rally this high, see now you can look at the RSI here, see your nosebleed section here, our MACD's up there, nosebleed. So just be real careful here if you're long this stock. If you can close above that 29.48, well, then you can go higher. You probably tag that next line will be like the round number 35 and then 40, that kind of situation. Okay, so but when I say that, it's just like when I say 30 up here, you're not going to get rid of 30. You got 29.48, so always take that in mind. Just take a little bit lower than that here. Don't be afraid to put some money in your pocket. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil. Okay, here we have crude oil. Now, big brouhaha baking up here again between Russia and Ukraine. And our president, who's only going to be there for another couple months, he's telling that guy from Ukraine to send these long-range missiles in here. Should just keep his frickin' mouth shut here. Okay, let's just go on until we get somebody that knows what the hell they're doing to get the situation controlled. Okay, so don't start World War III here. This is total bullshit. Okay, so anyway, when we look at oil, you can see how oil spiked up here, but this is why you trade the charts. Where did they go? Right into that key 21 simple moving average here, okay? So what you want to do is you want to watch that 21-day on the upside, that's 69.76, okay? And then what we have here above that is 70.58, that's your 50-day. Now, we can just keep on following these candles up here, 71.45, you have 71.81, and then we come up here, you have 72.25, and then you have 72.88. That is your retest here. But again, when you have a situation like this here, what's going on with these missiles and retaliation here, you got to try to calm this down, ease this down. You don't give a guy long-range missiles so he can do an attack out of a situation. I don't know what kind of strategy here is with this freaking Biden guy. I don't know. I don't understand this kind of stuff, So anyway here, so just watch this. If you do end up in more of a war, this could spike right after that 72.88 in 2 seconds, okay? Very, very quickly. But right now here, just watch that 21 SMA here on the upside. Watch that 50-day on the upside. If you get above that, 72.88 is your target. Downside, everything's going to be this 8 simple moving average. You need to keep closing above that 68.53. That's going to be very, very critical. If that's lost, we'll come to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at that 67.92 level. And then we can come down to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 66.94. Then we can go down to yesterday's low, that 66.53 level here. So right now we're trading between that 66.53 and that 21 SMA. So what you want to watch is that 21-day. You get above that, you're going to go to that 50-day. Above that, then we have a nice target up here at that 72.88 level, okay? Downside is 8-day is everything. As long as it holds that, this is good, but we have a sideways action trade here. If you lose that 8-day, then we got a target down here of 66.53 level, okay? So now RSI here is sitting at 47, so that could go either direction. That's not really telling us much. Your green is still below your red, and it's going sideways action. But again, it was a nice little scalp here in the UCO going on there today. But again, you have to be very pay attention to the news because that's what it's all. This is not supply and demand. This is all news related. Okay, let's take a look here now at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas. Now, it was a really good scalp here in the UNG here today. I didn't scalp anything on the short side. There probably was a little bit of trade there, but I just was, right now, when we have this, everything that's going on here, you want to make sure this is like on a long side situation. Okay, so here's what we got, okay? We had 302. So far, what we're doing, we're sitting right now, we're sitting at 303. So I got the UNG going there. I am long on the trade right now here, and I'm going to see if we can hold this key 302 level here on a closing basis. That's going to be very, very key. If we can, okay, we close above that, then what we're going to do is we'll come right over the top of this candle here. You're looking at 309, you're looking at 313, and then there's your big target up there at 3.159, okay? So that's going to be your target. Now, if this thing keeps right on rallying here, okay, and we ready up to this 3.159, then we just come to the left of the chart here, okay? So we're looking at 3.18, and then we'll come up here at 3.23. What we have here is 3.37, and then your big retest at 3.39 level, okay? But remember, just take one level at a time. Make sure that we close above that 302. Then this is going to be your next target. Then this is going to be your next target. Now, again, there is, resistance in between, but usually if it gets up there, it's going to go and hit those big time target levels here, okay? Now, on the downside, only thing that really matters here is going to be this 8 simple moving average. As long as we hold that, you're in good shape. Look at the 8 days over your 50, the 21-day, rocking up nice. 21-day, rocking up nice. 50-day, rocking up nice. Now, even your 200-day and your 100-day is starting to curl up here, so we could get some pretty good juice out of this. Now, RSI, there's no divergence, but you're only at 60. You got plenty of room to run, just like what we had up here, okay? Green over your red shows very, very bullish pattern. Now, I say after that contract roll, we filled that gap, and we've been on the uptrend ever since. So what we have here is a low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Very, very bullish chart here, okay? So today, watch that 302. That's going to be very key. You close above it, then we got a good shot here at taking that 3.15 next, okay? So I'm long UNG. I'm going to see how this is all going to shake out here today as far as the natty gas goes. Downside, if you can't close above that, then just watch this 8-day because now that's what we're trading against, okay? So you got that, you're trading between the 8-day and that 302. 8-day, 302. So let's see where this all shakes out here. Be a little patient with this here, but I think 25 here, you get those pipelines going, you get that LNG flowing. I think it could be very, very bullish for the old natty gas. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here after the pit close. Take a look at crude oil, natural gas, and then we throw something else, a little mix. Now remember, Tesla today is running up pretty good. Netflix is running very good. I'm long both of those. Amazon is running good. NVDA is running good. TQQs, I'm long the TQQs. That's all running good. So now the NASDAQ turned around, and we have a good positive here on the old NASDAQ. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want.